The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. Looking at Miami, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And guys, before he got hurt last year, we saw vintage Chris Bosh. He became a bigger focus without LeBron. We got a reminder of just how dominant he can be, Shaq.
Yeah, he got back to scoring over 20 a game for the first time since leaving Toronto. You know, he provides an offensive presence inside and out. I just hope he's healthy to play the whole season this year.
Yeah, he was very efficient, shooting 46% from the floor. His ability to take you outside if you're a four. And then we saw his post game again, Ernie. We hadn't seen that since Toronto, and like Shaq said, but we saw it again. Great season last year before the injury.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Neither team a big-time contender in their respective conferences, Greg, but when the teams are fairly evenly matched, it can still be entertaining basketball.
Now here's Wade. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Stoudemire. And Hibbert with the block. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Bryant. Roy Hibbert is out there with Randall. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Russell in at the point. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Kobe goes in, and good on the basket. Book it.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Stoudemire following the basket by Kobe Bryant.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Now, here is Russell. Hibbert with the screen. On the wing, Bryant. Inside. And Hibbert the bucket on the assist from Kobe. Hibbert's got his first bucket in this one.
Kobe doing a great job being a playmaker on that one.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Outside Dragic. To the paint, here's Dang. And you can count it, he'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Russell. Miami grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Right side, Bryant. And the shot is good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Bosh, a screen on Bryant. Wade kicks to Bosh. And there's the pass to Deng. Clock at 6. Back to Bosh. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Lakers trail by 3. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
Obviously, he has a lot on his plate when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers. And no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
Thanks, Doris. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Here's Dragic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard. A lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Anderson is checked in for Stoudemire. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. Green, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. And the second free throw, good.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dragic has got the ball. Chalmers' shot is no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Brown. Three-pointer. Shot is off. And Miami the other way now.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
We got this.
Good on the second free throw.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Bass's shot, good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now, here's Chalmers. Dishes it to Anderson. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
The drive by Green, and he gets it to go. 5 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Clarkson. Sinks the three-pointer. Clarkson's got himself on the board with 3 there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat out front, up 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Nick Young is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Russell. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sakrian at the pivot, manning the middle. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Green.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year in their push to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Now, here's Wade. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Julius Randle's checked in for Brandon Bass. The Lakers trail. Russell with it. Here's the teardrop. Tries again, and it's sent back by Bosh. Now, here's Chalmers. He's covered by Clarkson. Wade against Russell. The drive by Wade, and he gets it to go. And the Heat lead by 3.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Chalmers. Bosh, the screen. Now, here's Chalmers. He's tightly guarded. No good with the layup. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Knicks in New York.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Bryant is checked in for Jordan Clarkson.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Here is Bryant, following the score by Luol Deng. And Kobe, here we go. Here's Randall. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Stoudemire. The Heat leading by 5. Wade passes to Bosh, and it's good. Bosh has got his second bucket of the game to go. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
From 13, and it's Russell with the rebound.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Stoudemire, the screen. Wade dishes to Stoudemire. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. 6 points for Amari Stoudemire.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Bryant against Wade. Hibbert with a screen for Kobe. To the inside, stolen by Chalmers. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Deng can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 9. And Young kicks to Russell. Drills the three-pointer. Russell's got 5 points so far.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Wade. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Dwayne Wade continues Clark to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now, it's mid-range jumper heavy. The Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. 6th in opponent points per game, 11th in field goal percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive.
And back to their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. Kind of an old school stat, but sometimes pace of play can factor in. But make no mistake, they made things difficult for their opponents.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Mario Chalmers.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Dragic the pass to McRoberts. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Deng. Again, the miss by Deng. Lakers trail by 6.
And, you know, in general, back to Wade now. All the greats evolve as their careers move forward. The best way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skill.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for Miami.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Brown. Bass with the screen. Off the pick. That doesn't go either for Bryant.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
One shot, gentlemen.
Here's Green from deep. And we finish one half of basketball. Heat lead by 8. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Eric, you guys have seemed in complete command out here tonight. What's been the key so far?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively. So we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in attack mode, both ends of the court.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They had some very nice stretches of play in the second quarter at both ends of the floor and got out to a well-deserved 8-point lead by halftime. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. Luol Deng really making a difference here.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. And it's Stoudemire in at center. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
Lakers trail by 6. Up the floor. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Chris Bosh. The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
Free throw good, Stoudemire.
You know, Bosh was the big injury. A lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Both good from the line that time.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Now Dragic. Outside Bosh. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. Kicks it to Randall, and he makes good on the layup. Randall's got his first basket of the night.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Dragic dishes to Bosh. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Young against Stoudemire. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Hibbert. Lakers trail by 8. Outside Russell. Pass to Hibbert. Fader on the way. And he gets it to go. Hibbert's got his second basket of the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Setting the pick for Dragic. Inside. Stoudemire, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Bryant. Here's Young. He kicks it to Randall. Back to Young. Second chance shot. Cannot hit. And the Heat going the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. Dang against Randall. Shoots from the line. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 11 points for Luol Deng.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and then Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes in volume, and that's not his game.
Looking now at the numbers for Dragic, a very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, his skill set is solid. He's a good ball handler. He makes good decisions in playmaking. He's really the ideal backup.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Green comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. Now, here is Russell. He has 5. Here's Williams. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Williams has got his first points in this one.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year. But the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self.
5 on the clock. The drive by Wade. He used that pick to perfection. Wade's got 6.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Williams. Hibbert with a screen for Russell. There's a screen by Williams. Hibbert kicks to Williams. Miami grabs the miss.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Russell passes to Williams. Anderson with the block. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Now here's Brown. He dishes it to Russell. Back to Brown. Hibbert with the screen. Brown kicks to Williams. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, an awful lot to like about that shot from Williams.
Okay, Miami, now coming onto the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Lakers in 5th.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Josh McRoberts is checked in for the Heat. The Lakers also changing it up. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Tariq Black, and it's Clarkson in for Brown. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Passes it to Bass. The feed to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Vermont 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. A big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
Green, no luck. 13 feet away. Here's Bass, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Bass has got 7 points in the game. Wade. The shot no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Miami ahead, leading by 6. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far.
Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Hip hop is separated.
The Heat leading by 6. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Lewis Williams out there with Clarkson. And it's Bass in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Dragic on the wing. Dang. Releases. The shot misses. Nice D from Bryant. The Lakers shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Snatched away. And here's Dragic. The teardrop falls in. Dragic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Miami. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Here's Dang. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And it's a 10-point Miami lead.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Clarkson kicks to Bryant. He feeds it to Bass. It's stolen by Green, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way. That's good.
Those are the kinds of plays that win you games. I mean, really savvy D, and give them credit for looking to go straight up court with it. No hesitation.
And that could be the KO right there.
Okay, Miami. Now coming onto the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
Thank you, Doris. Poked loose. Pushes to Clarkson. Feeds it to Kobe. Now, here's Clarkson. Clock at 6. Up top, Randall. Uncovered. Nice jump shot. Good. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's the dish to Stoudemire. Bosch trying to free himself up, and it's Stoudemire missing. Bosch against Bryant. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Great open look there. 9 points for Chris Bosch.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Clarkson with the ball. The layup missed.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Dragic. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
The Lakers making a switch here. Checked in.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Goran Dragic.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Now here's Bryant. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And the Heat making a change here. Wade's checked in. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight. Lakers trail by 15. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told them he wouldn't accept them settling for outside shots and said we can get to the rim if we attack the basket, and that's what we're going to do. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now, here is Russell. And there's the pass to Young. Picked by Randall. 6 to shoot. Young passes to Russell. Off target with his 3.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Now here's Dragic inside. Stoudemire, no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Heat.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Wade. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
On defense, the Lakers. After the made shot from Goran Dragic, the shot's good from Stoudemire.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Outside Bryant. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. We are hustling on every play, defense and offense, and I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little hair, but he was on fire.
What a tremendous game for Dragic. This guy is a fantastic point guard. Whenever he's on the floor, the offense just flows so well. He can penetrate, he can start the break, he can score, and the thing he does best, getting everybody else involved.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.